Everyone has a story to tell, but the secrets withheld by a woman has yet to be revealed. Join me and my co-host as we discuss any and everything that comes to mind, from tragedies to survival to just having fun. Join us, and besides, you never know who might stop by. Calm, cool, and argumentative. I'ma get it till I gotta go. So, we got a lot of calls about this anxiety thing we had going on. And the men, they want us to address them.
Yeah, they said we kind of shortchanged them on it. Like, men can't really have real emotions and can't have panic and anxiety attacks. And we know that's not true.
And the men, they are frustrated. We know this. Yeah, they have so many reasons for being frustrated.
Yes.
I mean, where do you even begin?
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's crazy because, men tend to hold a lot of things inside because they want to, show that they're tough, they're strong.
Like a preacher.
And also they want to show that they're financially stable. And it really pulls a lot from them.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? We talk about that a lot. Men aren't allowed to show their emotions as a child, especially in the black community. It's shut up, you're a punk, or, you cry more than my girls, or you a girl, all that. I understand it's our culture, but please stop it. We really got to stop it because it's messing up their heads, as well as the other kids, but it's really messing up their heads.
It's like almost like you're teaching your child not to be real.
Right.
And that's what's wrong with society today. Nobody wants to be real.
And then we as adults, we get with these men, we say, why he won't open up? I've been trying to talk to him. He don't want to say nothing to me. He keep it all bottled in. Then as soon as he said, you know what, I don't feel comfortable, we were like, oh, is you a girl? Is you a girl? Because if you was a girl, I could be dating a girl.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And no, I don't want to date a girl. Anyway, but and it's really bad for them, especially when we have a lot of males, our black brothers, that have to re-enter society.
Right,
and we expect them to jump right in and just, pick up where we left off.
Right, like they be shell-shocked, coming from prison, coming from jail, coming from the armed services, anywhere that takes them outside of their norm. It takes readjustment to get back. And we really need to have understanding with that. We need to find out what they need.
Yes, exactly. And we need to, because we both have to adapt to our new situation when they return back to us.
And it's a give thing. As women, we like our men to cater to us, but we got to cater to them as well. I understand that they're supposed to be strong, but that's what's breaking our black men down, or our men in general. It's breaking them down because we put pressure on pressure on pressure on pressure on pressure on pressure on pressure. And then when they express one emotion, then we want to blow up. Then we want to call our friends and tell them they're a punk.
And that's definitely wrong, because you're only putting more pressure on him by calling up your friends.
And I'm not trying to be funny, but it was like I felt like I needed to be the one who was soft. I feel like I was the only one who was allowed to have emotions. But going through this program that I'm gonna later get a video on, going through this program and seeing all these other men with these health issues, because of our women, we're not uplifting them, we're tearing them down. Just tearing them down to the ground. And then what they do, they hold it in because they're strong. They hold it in. Then they snap, and we like, oh, he crazy.
Well,
let me get my brother.
That's all the pressure that we're putting on these men. And I'm a different type of person because I don't put a lot of pressure on people. And I feel like I watch women do it, and it really annoys me. I'm like, where's your head at?
Well, that's where we're breaking the curse, because I was only implementing what I saw. I thought that was the only way to treat men. I was taught that way. You know what I mean? I didn't know any better. That's why I said don't call them dumb or anything like that. But you may knew better. I don't know how your past was with how you saw men being treated, but that wasn't my case. in my case, it was pound on them, nag on them. If they want you, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Right.
and that is true. If a man wants you, he'll do certain things to entice you. Yes, I do agree with that. You're going to have to work for this, honey. But at the same time...
But you can't give people an ultimatum, because you don't give your friends ultimatums. If you have a girlfriend, you don't like, oh, you better do my hair or we not hanging out. You don't do that to
Okay,
women.
but I'm not building with my girlfriend. I'm building a
But you
kingdom.
do tend to build relationships with your girlfriends, and most time you go into business with your friends, you do ventures with your friends, but you don't put that same kind of pressure on them that you do the men. And why is that?
But yeah, seriously, in all seriousness though, we can't keep treating our kings like this and then feel some type of way when they break down, and then we say, oh, I knew they were crazy, or I knew this, I knew that, and all they really want is a little tender loving without you thinking that they're sweet.
They want the same thing that you want, some TLC.
Right.
They want to be treated with respect. They want to know that they are respected. Never consider what they go through. It's always about me, and there's nothing wrong with being selfish, but you got to be selfish with a good heart.
Right.
Because you got to give out what you want back in return.
True indeed. And like I said, when these men, they're not going to want to open up, especially if you're hard on them. Why would they come and tell you that they're not right in the head or something is not, they're not feeling right, if all you're going to do is nag them, or you're going to call your auntie, mama, sister, cousin, friend and tell them all about their illness?
But that's when you need to sit back and you need to analyze the situation, and you need to find out how you can maneuver yourself into his life so that he will relax with you and will be comfortable enough to tell you his issues. We need to understand that men hold a lot in.
True.
They have this image they like to project, and it's frustrating to them. And especially when they don't come across in the manner of which they're trying to get you to understand them. So that causes a lot of problems. So if you see your man being angry all the time, or maybe he's drinking, or always having different relationships and different women.
That a lot of us, men and women, I'm sorry, did I cut you off? Did you want to say something?
Go ahead.
A lot of us, men and women, and I'm not singling out any other ethnicity, but I can only talk about what I know.
Okay.
So what I do notice is a lot of men and a lot of black women and men do not know how to communicate, period.
Exactly.
So they don't know how to express their feelings. And when I'm going into group therapy or whatnot, and that's what they're saying. They're saying, hey, I do have these emotions. They were not allowed for me to have as a child. So I stuffed them down. And then when we're trying to get them out in group so we can feel better and feed off each other, they can't express it.
Right.
It's stuck in them. They don't know. They weren't taught how to express these emotions. Now they're grown and they just lost it because they have all these feelings that they can't really describe, and they can't tell once they do know how to describe them.
Exactly. Did get a lot of feedback from men that they couldn't even deal with the little bit that we did talk about with anxiety, because it made them think about themselves, and it kind of like brought something out of them.
And we don't mean to do that, y'all. We just trying to heal, but sometimes that's a part of healing, confrontation.
Yeah, you have to address your issues. You have to hit it head on in order to deal with it, because if you keep hiding the problems...
Pause. Women, do not be a fool. Don't let them use their diagnosis or their childhood on you to manipulate you. It's a difference, a big difference. And if you have to educate yourself, educate yourself. Watch their patterns, you will know.
Hold out. And men, don't let these women fool you, because they use their emotional issues and breakdowns to manipulate you. And don't let them do it to you either. Hey, that's communication is the key here. True. And if we can't communicate with each other and we're not comfortable with each other, then we all need to go our separate ways.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely
because all you're going to do is cause a lot of frustration in someone else's life.